now the House of Representatives is poised to reform the Bureau of Public Enterprises to make it more efficient at the management of public assets for the purpose of generating revenue for the country. This process began in Abuja on Monday during a public hearing to allow major stakeholders, including MDAs, to submit proposals that will strengthen the operations of the BPE, the report.
The policy of privatization and commercialization drive in the federal government over the years has been dogged with numerous setbacks despite good intentions of government. This is why the House of Representatives is now proposing a more potent bill to replace the existing one from improved efficiency and management of the nation's public assets. Chairman of the committee as well as the Speaker explained the rationale behind strengthening the bill of privatization and commercialization, which amongst others will help cushion the 2022 budget deficit of $1.3 trillion.
When we have laws to make, the assumption is that we are not as perfect as maybe others think. No member of the House of Representatives, even the Speaker, assumes monopoly of knowledge. We don't assume that I was elected 7 times from my constituency right from 1992 because I'm the most intelligent person in Tudunwadawaduga constituency. No. It was just the will of God, perhaps coincidental. So the idea is that we would like to engage members of the public, engage officials of government, so that we can quietly, through legislative process, tap and benefit from your respective intelligence and experiences. So that at the end, when we are coming up with legislation and laws, we come with the finest set of laws that will benefit our people, and laws that can even compete with other legislation outside Nigeria.
We know that other countries have used and are using PPPs to deliver key infrastructure like roads, ports, railways, airports, etc., without adding burdens on their national treasury. We want to do the same, but more efficient.
Minister of Works and Housing, Babajide Fashola, said privatization in the country is now working, a position also supported by the Director General BPE. They call for a general audit of all privatized or concession enterprises, backed by the right legislature, cautioning also that government should be circumspect with assets they put up for privatization, as many investors lack the capacity to deliver.
We're suggesting that in Section 6, subsection 3, where it is provided that not less than 1% of shares to be offered for sale to Nigerians shall be reserved for the staff of the public assets to be privatized, and the shares shall be held in trust. Our suggestion is that the percentage of reserved shares for staff should be a ceiling on the maximum number of shares. In other words, instead of saying not less than 1%, you may wish to consider and say not more than X percent should be made available to the staff. That's a suggestion we think we should make before you.
For Labour, the privatization policy of the federal government has failed. The board's assets from bill has passed both first and second reading in the House of Representatives. Jerry Malik reporting for Viewer Television.